welcome to another Live with Blitsy. I'm Katie and this is Claudia.
Hi everyone, good morning.
We've got a lot of fun stuff in store for you today. We're going to do some Father's Day crafting.
Yes.
Mother's Day is now, our day is done.
Yes.
It's time to think Father's Day. And then we're also going to talk about a free coloring book promotion we have going on and some awesome colored pencils that will help you color those coloring books in. But before we get started with all of that, I think Emily has some surprise news for Thursday. Let's see what she's doing over on the chat and find out what it's all about.
Good morning, everyone. I'm over here chatting with all of you. As always, let me know if you have any questions for Katie and Claudia as they are showing our different products and crafts for you today. Katie mentioned on our Periscope that she had a special surprise. I get asked about this a lot, being the one on this end of the chat, about Megan and the babies and how they're doing. And we're excited to let you know that as long as everyone is feeling up to it and everyone cooperates, as babies may or may not do, she should be here on Thursday with the babies. So we will all finally get to see them. We haven't met them yet. We've seen Megan once since she had the kids. So we're all excited and we hope that you guys all tune in and get to meet them.
Yay! So that's 3 reasons to tune in on Thursday, because 1, Megan, the original, will be here, and 2, Tommy, her little boy, will be here, and 3, Evie, the little girl, will be here. So we can't wait, which means that Megan will be back soon.
Yes.
So we're very excited.
Yes.
We've missed Megan, the Hoda to my Kathy Lee. But we can't wait. Make sure you join us for then. We'll have to do some like baby crafts for Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
To welcome them here. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted.
Yes.
Make sure those
Fingers
babies
crossed
cooperate.
that everything goes well and we'll see them Thursday.
Yes. So for today, we're really excited because we've been doing these promotions where you can get a free product with your order, and you all know we're buying stuff anyway, so when you can get something for free with it, that makes it even better. So today is no different. We have another one of those freebies.
Yes.
You can get a free coloring book with your order of $20 or more. So these are the Vive La Color coloring books. And all you have to do is, once you have $20 in your cart, pick the one you want. You get to pick. There's three different ones. There's the India, Japan, and butterflies. And then at checkout, use the code FREECOLOR, and it will take off the price of the coloring book. So it's a $10 retail value, which is pretty cool to be added in. But let's show these really quick so you can pick which one you want.
So they have 72 pages, and what's nice about these is that you can tear out the pages. So if you want to color with a friend, you don't have to, finagle it or tear your book. Like, these are really easy tear out pages. So that's really cool.
You know what's good about that too is if you tear it out, there's no design on the backside, so you can use any markers with this and not worry about it seeping through.
Yeah, you can use your alcohol markers and not have to worry about it. So just a little flip through of some of the pages. So there's like some nice bold patterns, and then there's like some repeat patterns.
I like the square shape of these also.
Yes. It makes great for Instagramming if you're going to take a picture of it. So
this is all like butterfly
This is
themed.
all different butterflies themed. Some of them are very intricate. And that's the other thing I like about these books is that it's not just one, it's not intricate all the way through, or it's not large spaces all the way through. It's a good mix so that you can maybe try different pens.
It's actually attainable too.
Yes.
Because I feel like I can sit down and in a sitting actually finish one of these pages and not feel overwhelmed that, am I going to have enough time to do this? I love the size of this. And I could probably punch this and put it right in my Happy Planner.
Oh, yeah. Because they have enough of a margin there that you can do that. So that's the butterfly one.
And then these are really neat. I haven't seen any like this. This is the Japan one, and then this is the India one. So all of the designs are kind of taken from the Japan and India look and feel. So I'll just flip through these ones really quick as well. And this, you can see kind of like the florals, the fish.
Yeah, little koi pond. Some pandas.
Are these pandas? Those are cute. So just depending on, the types of designs you're looking for, this is actually really nice. And I like this just kind of
like abstract.
So that is the Japan one. And another thing I wanted to mention is the back of this, you get this hard cardboard. So if you're traveling, if you want to throw this in your bag, you can use this really anywhere and have this support on here. So
that's nice.
That's the Japan one. And then we have this one as well. And like I said, you can pick which book you want with your order. So.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, so there's lots of like organic swirly patterns in this one.
So Emily, is anyone going to be picking up a free coloring book today?
I think people are definitely going to be picking up some free coloring books. We know that this group loves to shop. They love what we show them. So why not add something into your cart that's a freebie? Lori's pointed out that it's a great size for also like your cards. Like would make a really good card background, throw on a sentiment, and you're good to go. Maggie asked, what's the weight of the paper like? I know you mentioned like it's not gonna.
It says what it is on here. It doesn't say, but it's not like paper. It's not super paper thin, but it's also not like cardstock thick. So do you have a guess?
I would say it's probably like maybe 60 pound.
Yeah, so you can kind of hear that it has a little bit of substance, but it's not like
you can see how it resists, but it's not as thick as like your cardstock that you would use on heavier duty stuff. So
good question.
It's not watercolor paper thick.
Right.
Yeah, I've definitely found that my coloring books have a little bit thicker paper in them than I might expect them to. So I would imagine that it's roughly the same as what you might be used to in like an Animal Kingdom or another like popular coloring book that we've had.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. So as we're showing you guys some other things and you're deciding what you want in your cart, remember you can pick out your free coloring book with your order of $20 or more. Just use the code FREECOLOR at checkout and it will take off the price of that. And I love that you get to choose your favorite. So if you're going to get a coloring book, you're going to need something to color it in with. So you've been playing with the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils, right?
So I actually had a page in the India one that I had started.
Did I put it in? I might have. Where did it go?
Oh, no, it's right here.
Okay.
So the Prisma Premier coloring pencils are really smooth, easy to blend. So I started with yellow and then I added some red. But you can see how, like if you start with one color, you can then go in and blend these together to create a unique shade. They're just super smooth, easy to shade with.
I started coloring a little bit earlier with it too, and I was just surprised about how smooth it actually glided on, because I guess I'm used to using like my son's colored pencils and like haven't really thought about it all that much. But when you use a really nice one, you can just feel the difference as soon as you put it to the paper.
Yeah, you can. It's such like a rich color that comes from this, and just how easily you can adjust how dark it is or how saturated just by the pressure of the pencil. You don't actually have to really color hard to get a good color. It's actually requires very little work and you get really rich tones. So these are really nice.
This is the 24 pack, and it's kind of funny because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even realize it stacks in there.
Yes,
so you've got. I thought it was great that you get this many, but you actually get 24 in this set, and so you've got 2 that stack on top of each other, and really nice storage solution as well.
And there's just lots of shades of similar colors so that you can experiment with shading and blending. So it's got everything that you need to get started in there. So those are really cool. And then we also have the Prismacolor Premier water-soluble colored pencils, which are a lot of fun if you want to do some watercolor effects. So I just have like a piece of watercolor paper here, and I'll show you how easily
I love different options for watercoloring.
Yes.
There's so many.
So you just scribble a little bit, and then just use your water brush, Or
Now I know that the Vive La Color coloring books aren't meant for watercoloring, but could you do this in the coloring book with that, or would it kind of bubble up your paper?
that paper, I think it wouldn't. It might buckle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could still do it, and then just kind of you could adhere it to a backer if you want to flatten it, or put a heavy book on it and flatten it. But it might curl up on you as you're working.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much water you're adding, but you can see how easy this blends.
Oh yeah.
See, I mean, it looks like you're using watercolors. It doesn't look like you're using pencils. So that's what I love about these. And they're really easy to blend together. So yeah.
Very
You can
cool.
see how easy it is to watercolor with pencils.
I've never watercolored with pencils before, but I'm going to have to try it. Emily, do we have anyone who's used these for watercoloring or have tried the other premieres?
It sounds like Lori, I think, has used her pencils for watercoloring before. Definitely a big fan of the technique. Somebody, I think you mentioned they're being thick core. Can you just go over a little bit more about, like, is there anything extra special that means, or?
Yes. So when you're looking at the pencil, you can see that on the bottom there. So it's a thick core pencil, meaning that the majority of it is pigment. It's color. So let's see. So if you ever look at some pencils and you'll see like a really thin, like small dot of color, that means that it's pretty brittle and fragile. And like if you press too hard, sometimes, I don't know if it's ever happened to anybody, but it's happened to me. When you're coloring, you can actually snap a cheaper colored pencil because it doesn't have that thick core all the way through. So it basically just means that most of the pencil is color as opposed to wood.
That's a really good question because I just thought it was kind of like the design of the pencil with the color, the thick color in there, but they actually show you that's all color.
It's all
in
color
there.
all the way through. So you're gonna get a lot of use out of these pencils on top of it. So, they're really, really great quality. But yeah, I know, isn't that addicting?
I want to play.
It's fun because you can actually color in whatever image you want and then watercolor it as opposed to having to freehand it. So it's a completely different technique. It's a lot of fun.
Very cool. I'm like, I want to try it in here.
Yeah,
I think if you do lightly, you'd be okay.
It's all about it's all about the amount of water. So
yeah,
that looks like it could work. And see, Katie, just right now, what you just did was you actually used this as you turned it into a watercolor and then painted as opposed to coloring and
right on there.
Yeah.
So you can do techniques that'll make it work.
Yeah.
I think that's so fun. Another way to color in your coloring books. And there's designs in these books that are large enough that'll let you kind of use the watercolor in them without it just depends on the brush that you're using, but you can get some, even if you go out of the lines with watercolor, it's okay.
Yeah,
it looks
pretty.
good. So, any questions, Emily?
Awesome. Well, there's just kind of like you're saying right now, there's different ways to get the watercolor out of the pencils, right? I know some people color and then apply the water, or maybe you apply your water brush straight to the tip of the pencil. There's a lot of different ways to work with this technique, right?
Yes, you can also spray your paper and then color on it and get a different effect. So yeah, it's really what you feel comfortable with, and it's a lot of fun experimenting because if you're doing card making, you might want to use one technique. If you're doing artwork, another one. So it's a lot of fun to play around with.
Definitely. And I know Prima has their watercolor coloring book that's meant for watercoloring in it. So that's another option too. So very fun.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. I think we're going to move on. Megan the Third is going to do a Father's Day card, which she embroiders on. It's so cute.
Yes.
We're shifting into Father's Day already.
It's right around the corner.
Gotta get ready for Dad and make him some nice stuff. So come on in, Megan.
I'm gonna step out so she has a little more room to work with.
Trade
Hello,
places.
good morning, everyone.
Welcome, Megan.
Thank
so
you.
I saw that you did this video this week. I don't even, has it published yet?
I think it did yesterday.
Okay, cool.
So it should be up.
Should be available for you guys to see if you want kind of a replay after it. But you're going to show us live here how to do an embroidered Father's Day card. So what supplies do we need to complete this?
All you need is, I used the embroidery thread and just your standard needle. And let's see. So this was the finished card right here. So you can see that I made the pocket in the collar of the shirt. It looks as if it
so
was sewn
cute.
like a real shirt. So I kind of wanted to make that effect for this Father's Day card. So all I did, here we have, decided to go with the red one.
The paper is perfect for it because it looks like a
I know,
plaid shirt.
I know, I love it. So I cut out the collar and the pocket, and
Did you just freehand those?
Yeah,
or
I
draw
just-
it yourself. Or?
I just drew it myself, and then I didn't bring scissors.
There's a pair right there.
Okay, and to make it easier to thread the needle, because this is a thicker thread, I just use tape around the edge so it's easier to stick it through the needle. And then all you do, it's really simple. I don't use any tool for this. All I do is just poke it through the paper, and it is pretty thin, so you can get it through pretty easily and it doesn't warp or ruin the paper at all. So I just go through, and then you'd want to tape that to the back. So then it holds in place.
I think that one of the things that I hear most often is it's hard to make masculine cards. So
Yeah.
this doesn't get any more masculine than, doing a plaid shirt.
Yeah. And it looks very manly, but it was
But
really
it's
fun
cute,
making it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then you just go along the edge of your pocket.
Yeah. And
That's so easy.
that's-
Is there anything you need to do to like tie it off at the end? Or
I just do the same exact thing. Once you go all the way around, I cut off the excess and then I just tape it down. So
easy.
that's all I did. And then I would just attach it to the card. And then I did the same technique for the collar. So it would look like that. And then put it on top, add some buttons, and there you go. It took maybe 10 minutes, not even.
Very,
So
very simple.
Super simple and fun.
That is so much better, a handmade card like this, than something you're going to go and spend like $5 on.
$6.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and
when-
Dad will appreciate this more that you made it for him.
Exactly. Then they'll want to keep it for
Yeah.
sure. So you can choose masculine colors, fun papers. You could even just do it with a solid paper if you don't
Yeah.
have one that looks like
A plaid shirt.
Yeah.
You can do like wood grain. You could do all different kinds, patterns, colors, whatever his favorite color. So yeah, bunch of different kinds to do, and then all you really need is just the paper that you want, the thread and needle, and then the buttons. So
Super
very simple and
cute.
fun.
Are there any questions, Emily?
Lori pointed out that if you make the pocket big enough, that would be a great space for a gift card. So definitely a lot of options with this card. Since this is already gone on our website, I know which paper pack you recommended with plaid, so I'm going to put that in the chat. If anybody needs some plaid paper in their life, I would highly recommend it because it's really cute. But I think it's really quick and easy, and even love the embroidered look on the card. And you could definitely use a paper piercer if you wanted to, but it seems like it's not super thick. It's not super hard to get it through there, so you could really do this with really basic supplies.
Who doesn't need plaid paper in their life?
I believe this was the Lawn Fawn paper pack, so I did link that. And it's not thick at all, so it was really easy to get the needle through there, so.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And Emily will link everything that you guys need. You can see the video, and then she'll link the paper pad as well. And I think while we're on the theme of Father's Day, Claudia's going to come back and show us another Father's Day project. This is actually a gift bag, right? You use the We Are Memory Keepers gift bag punch board for a Father's Day bag. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. So here's another wonderful punch board that we carry that I love whenever I want to make some kind of custom gift bag, because that's another thing that's really expensive, gift bags.
Yeah, I'm always the last minute person at Walgreens spending way too much money on the gift bags
fancy
and the
gift
cards.
bag.
And it's I work at a craft company. I need to get my stuff together and do this ahead of time.
So I'm just going to show you how to make a little gift bag. And actually, I'm going to make a larger version of what I did on the video here today. So I just made these little goodie bags for Dad. I actually have, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I actually have a piece of that pad that Megan used. It is a lot of fun. It's got so many different color combinations and patterns in there. It's a great paper pad to have. So I'm actually going to use a full 12 by 12
Make a
sheet
bigger
to make a bigger bag. And this, what's cool about the punch board is it comes with the scoring tool, like all the others do, and the instructions are right on there. So if you have a large piece of paper like this, it tells you that you want to align the left edge with the start line. Here, I'll tell you how to. So the first thing is to align the left edge with the start line, and you're gonna punch. So like that. Excuse my reaches.
Put a little muscle in it.
Come on. Hold on a sec. This always happens on live TV. Oh, that's why. That's not the start line. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's your first punch. And then you're going to line it up with the large line because it's a large piece of paper. And it tells you the measurements on here of which guidelines you're going to need to use as you're making this.
Do you know what size paper you used?
Yeah,
for these
that
little
was,
guys?
I believe that was like a 6 by 10 piece of paper. So wait, sorry, score. Okay, so you're going to line this up, and then it gives you all of these score lines that you just follow, like so. And so now you've created another line that you're going to line up to the start line and punch again. So I'm going to punch there. And you can see now you've made the side of your bag.
Okay. It's already starting to look like
what it's supposed to.
a bag.
Yeah, so sorry. I'm doing this with you guys for the first time here. 12 by 12. 9-second line, certain.
It just shows the reality of the instructions are right there.
Yeah, they are. So when you line it up, then you just keep scoring the same kind of. Here you don't want to score this because now it's the front of the bag there. So you're just going to score up to that part there. And then line that up, punch,
Score.
score. So now you've made the other side of your bag. Like that. And then one more punch. And one
You're
more
brave
score.
doing a new size without trying it.
Yeah, I know. Don't do as I do.
It is reality though, is like once you have a tool, you have to try it a couple of times.
Yeah,
to
you
figure it
definitely
out.
do.
But
There we go. So there. So now you've gotten your basic bag shape. And because this one is larger than the board itself, I just kind of use those as guidelines to then use the scoring tool.
I love that it comes with the score tool and it hides right into the board too. So it makes
Yeah, so you don't have to, so you have a place that you're always going to keep it. So this is a very tall bag. It's like a wine bag. So now you know when you're using a 12 by 12 sheet on this. And then really all you do is...
It'd be a good tie bag too.
Ooh, yeah. So then all you really do is use like some score tape to adhere it in place. Like so.
And I love your little details at the end. Make it look like a little...
So I just used a hole punch for that.
Wow.
So I cut the little tie out of the patterned paper, and then I just used a hole punch.
So you can get lots of use out of that pattern paper.
Oh, yeah.
Looking like Dad's shirt.
Yeah. So
I like the idea of using this tall one for ties and then having the little bow tie detail on there.
yeah, that's really
Pulling
cute.
it all together.
So I'll save you guys, but that's the basically how
you just would adhere this down, and then you've got your bag.
Exactly. And then all I did was freehand cut, because you guys know I love to freehand cut, especially if you have a plaid pattern, because then you can just follow the lines. You've kind of got
built-in grid.
Built-in grid there, yep. So then I just cut a little tie, like so, freehand. And then I used a little circle punch for the center.
Yeah,
So-
or I'm looking like you could do a little.
You could do a button.
center.
Yeah. See, now you're getting crafty.
Very cute.
Yes.
You got my creative juices flowing. Do we have any questions on the gift bag for Dad?
It sounds like this is one of the few punch boards that people haven't tried yet or added to their collection, but I know at least one person, I think Eva's already added it to her cart for the day. It is really simple, especially if you have kids or like you have something that you're going to be making a lot of treat bags for or party bags. This is such a great tool to have. And I feel like with all of the We Are Memory Keepers punch boards, once you kind of get it and learn about it and do it a couple times, it just becomes such a rhythm for you. They all become really easy, and they all of their products have all of the measurements on there to tell you exactly what size, where to punch, where to score, what size paper. They make it really easy for you, which is what's great about them.
Yes, they really do. It's kind of amazing when you think about all the things that
That
they've
they-
measured out and figured out how you can use these tools to make things. But this is the smaller size too. I think it would be cool to have this on hand for giving gift cards too.
Oh, yeah.
I know Lori mentioned the gift cards on the Father's Day card, but this is the perfect size. Put a little tissue paper in there, put a gift card in there, and you're good to go.
And the smaller sizes are like if you want to make a few, each child could have one to give to dad so that they feel like, they could decorate their own and give it to dad. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how basically once you get the, like Emily was saying, when you get the hang of the board, you also become just aware of what it's supposed to look like. So no matter what the size, like, okay, I need to, this is the front, and
these
this
are
is
my
the
sides,
sides.
yeah.
You start to get kind of like the feel for how it's actually constructed. And then you can always kind of like freehand and work around it too. So it's very forgiving.
Yeah, for sure. And I love you can totally customize with whatever papers you have. We always hoard our papers and
Yes.
don't want to use them, but if you've got good purpose, use those papers. All right, any more questions, Emily?
I don't see any more questions. Just another shout out that in addition to the measurements that are already on the boards, does actually have an app that'll let you do like any size of paper for anything.
awesome.
Like it'll tell you beyond the dimensions that are on the board.
That's right. I forgot about
Yes.
that. That's
It's
pretty
very
cool.
handy.
All right, so that's all we have for today. It was a pretty quick episode, but lots of great information. Don't forget to get your free paper pads with your order of $20 or more today. Thursday, Megan should be here
Yes.
with the babies.
Please join us.
So join us to meet them and say hello to Megan, welcome her back. And not officially, but welcome her back for the day.
Yes.
And have a great crafty day. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.